Okay, go
One
ahead.
that you just mentioned, and then the other one that you mentioned early on.
Go ahead.
Because I think number one, that there are two different there was one misconception, one reality, and I think they need to be talked about. So let me talk first about why I first admired you and then eventually fell in love with you. When we first met, and you know my routine. I sit and I like listen to people's story, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear what's going on in your life, yada yada yada. I'll tell you all this kind of offline, and I won't get into it any more deeply. One of the personal goals I had was to help make 20 millionaires in my lifetime. Okay, not give them $1 million, but help them, give them the knowledge, teach them how to fish to get to the point of being a millionaire. And I like taking on. I'm
Projects.
using the word projects, but
You took
not
on a
that.
project.
It's people that I want to help that seems interested enough to listen to what I got to say. But one of the
But you know,
things
you actually said that to me in the beginning, and I actually was like, oh, okay,
I did,
you did.
okay,
Yeah, you told me that you were taking me on as a project. I was
I
going to
used that word project. Okay, well, she was a project.
You
I didn't know I said that, but okay.
did.
So there's a few things that I'm.
But you know, honestly, I saw it as, well, teach me what you know, because I know what I know. I want to know what you know.
Right.
And you obviously have a couple more years, just a few, on me.
Y'all know she don't count too good.
and you have obviously been in circles and been in rooms and accomplished a lot, and had done enough in your life where I was like, I kind of want to know how you did it, and I want to know
Wait a
the
minute.
tools.
So it wasn't my good looks and my hair?
Boy, you have no hair, honey. Put this back on. Okay.
God, does that hurt?
That came later. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me just tell you this, because this is a side of Nia that I don't think you'll ever see, but I'm telling you, this is factual. When I first met Nia, you were 18, maybe 19. And as we talked, I started to understand her as a person. This was a time in her life where her mother was going through some tough things and really couldn't spend the kind of time she wanted with her kids. Mia also had two younger brothers and sisters, twins, who I believe was maybe 10, 9 or 10 at the time. She had an older brother who himself is a great guy, but he was having some tough times, as many of us do from time to time. And she was also going to school full time. And it impressed me that Mia stepped up to be the person to help support her family emotionally, spiritually, and financially. She worked two jobs. It was two jobs at the time, right? Yeah, she worked two jobs at the time. She would drive from Charlotte to Maryland, pick up her two younger siblings, the twins, the same day, drive back to Charlotte, have them spend time with her, buy them clothes, take them to amusement parks, just make sure they had a good time, buy them their school supplies, etc. She would send money to her mother. Actually, you gave your mother
Are you
a debit.
crying?
No.
Why are you?
Well, it's emotion. It's good stuff.
With you?
Okay, but it impressed me that you were so uh, diligent and responsible at 18 or 19 years old.
Okay, go ahead.
That impressed me. The other thing is the fact that she was going to school and working two jobs, one of them until 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and she didn't have a reliable vehicle. So you folks probably already know this. I co-signed for her to get a reliable vehicle, but she made the payments.
I made the payments.
Oh,
Thank
she
you.
made once or twice. She was late once or twice. I had to call her up, girl.
But I was paying my own car note for the record.
She paid the car note.
Okay, you did not purchase my car.
And hard work, persistence, and loyalty to a cause touches my heart. That was the first thing that got me interested in her. And then we didn't see each other for, I don't know, 2, 3 or 4 years or something like that. And then the next time I saw her, she was a full-grown lady.
I had blossomed.
She had blossomed. And I saw him going, But, really not that. But then, which I don't know, for some reason, I told her in the past, it was really kind of one of those magical moments. where all of a sudden, out of the blue, you see someone that you haven't seen for a while and you feel something. And that's when we kind of reconnected. And then beyond that, all the other qualities that she showed me, compassion for people, her spirit, her desire to help other people be successful. And then she has some qualities that led into her being a great business partner and a great business person. And let me sum it up by saying, even though we're getting a divorce, I wouldn't hesitate for one moment going into business with Mia. That's how much I believe in her skill set, how much I believe in her ability to lead a team and help grow a company. And our strengths really kind of balance each other out.
Yeah.
She is very much culture driven. She understands the soft sides of the business and people. And she's a great leader because people want to follow her. I ain't never seen anything like it. Even the lowest level employees, they would listen to her more than me, which was okay because she helped make us a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then she was brilliant at marketing. In fact, she got the Worldwide Marketing Award for the franchise or the franchise that we were a part of, which was actually, I can even say, was understated in terms of her contributions to our company, because not only was she great at marketing, she was also great at culture, as I've also mentioned. She was great at understanding where the business where it was and where it needed to go. But she was also extremely great at understanding people. And there's a couple of times where she said a couple of things to me that I wish I had listened to, like, this person is not meant to be on this team. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. She was right. She was absolutely right.
I've saved a lot of people's jobs.
And she did that. She saved it. She saved the job of who turned out to be one of our top three executives in the company.
Yeah.
She saved. I walked in.
Fired.
Oh, he was fired. Oh, he was gone. He was fired. And Neil said, no, you need to rethink this. This guy has this, and this. And I'm going, okay, if you believe in him, I'll roll with you on this one. She was right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
So do you want to touch on like how you're feeling? So a lot of times, like, and a lot of the questions that I have, people are asking, like, how's your health? How are you feeling? You came out last year, you shared your diagnosis. I'm very proud of you for doing that, actually. You know, I was against it, but I also am in a position where I'm trying not to like tell you what to do.
Finally. Oh,
you're no
somewhere.
longer my responsibility. Sorry, getting a divorce. Okay, good luck next girl. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, and I'm proud of you. But you know, how are you feeling? What do you feel like is next for Gordon? Do you feel like you have inspired individuals? Do you feel like you need to do more? Like how are you feeling about that? And how also too, like, do you feel like your health has anything negatively to contribute to my platform?
Which one of your platforms?
The one that everybody knows. Our health, obviously.
So, how's my health? Physically, I couldn't feel better. As I said before, I'm 84. I don't have an ache in my body. Got some guns.
Yeah,
I work out 3 or 4 days a week. I have a personal trainer. He thinks I'm 55, so he keeps giving me extra weight and extra running time. And I'm telling him, look, man, don't be doing that. I'm 84. So actually, I'm 72. But since Mia can't count, in any event, physically, I'm doing well. You know, I came out on the reunion last year. No, 2 years ago. Was it last year? Because there's a reunion going on right now, right? So not this one, the one prior. Yeah. I get TV time and real time a little mixed up. Hence my illness. But in any event, bipolar is without a doubt the toughest thing I've ever gone through in my life on a number of different levels. The first level is you don't know you have it. And then once you start thinking maybe you have it, then you get to the point of really owning it. And it takes a moment to really own it, because you can say, okay, I got it. You know, a little medication here and there and no big deal. And then you get to the level of, okay, not only owning it, but then ready to go inside and say, okay, let me really understand this and why certain things happen and why they repeat themselves and what you have to do about it. And for me, uh, the last 3 years, I guess, has been a really tough journey because that's when I started to recognize and not only see the effect in my business life, some of my personal relationships, but also in my marriage. And it took a while for me to understand what not only what was happening, but how it was happening. And let me jump ahead because I could talk about this all day. Hell, I could talk about it all week because there's so many levels to this thing. What I had to come to grips with were what were the things that were triggers that would cause me to go off the rails. And that's a hard thing to look at yourself and understand and be honest with yourself to say, what are the things that are causing? What are the behaviors that lead up to mania and then also accelerating the mania? And it took me a while. And quite frankly, folks, I would tell you, I am still learning different triggers at least once or twice a month. Early on, I knew the top two or three. And then when I could feel myself heading to mania because of one of those top two or three, then I had to learn how to self-govern and self-correct. So as I sit here today, I would say that I am extremely proud of myself as to how I've managed through this and continue to manage through this. It's important for you all, thank you. It's important for you all to know that this thing never goes away. There's no cure. There's only managing it. And then there are a lot of lonely moments. Sometimes the things you do to self-correct, nobody else noticed because you corrected it before they would notice. So sometimes you have to take a step back and say, boy, I actually did good. I'm proud of myself. And then the other part that's really kind of interesting and hard is to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
To say, you know what? The past is the past. And in order for you to move forward, you got to put the past behind you. You got to put it behind you. And if you're focusing on the past, it makes it more difficult to focus on the present and the future. One of my brothers who is, I love all my brothers and sisters, but one who is a great pastor said to me, you can't unscramble an egg. And I thought about that. I'm going, you know what? He's right. What's done is done. What you control is how you manage the future. And that's what I've chosen to focus on. And I try and separate myself from people who keep dragging me back to the past. Well, you used to, you did this, you did that. I can't go back. I have to keep looking forward. And, I think that's been my greatest victory to understand that. And the second greatest victory is understanding the triggers, accepting them, and then being able to govern myself accordingly after that. Have I gone over my time?
It's okay. I know you need to give out. So um, I will. So to segue into one of the questions here, I was reading all the many questions. There's so many, y'all. Like, I love y'all. It says the narrative where Mia appears to look like the liar to her peers and viewers of the show. Can you address that?
Well, Mia is not a liar. Uh, does she exaggerate, embellish? Yeah, but hell, we all do that. I do it. I hope you recognize that you all do it, but we all do that. And we also see truth from our perspective. One thing I fully know is that you can get a half dozen people looking at the same situation, and you're going to get 6 versions of it. So what one person may think is the truth, yeah, like the telephone game,
Yeah.
what one person sees as the truth, another person may see that same thing as a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be careful with truth and reality. The reality is Mia's a great person. She strives to do well by people. She strives to raise uh, everyone's, what's the word I'm looking for? Station, so to speak.
Add value.
Add value. And as I said before, people follow her. Now, if she was truly a liar, people wouldn't follow her because they wouldn't believe in what she's doing. But people follow her, so she's not a liar. Does she exaggerate? Yeah. Is she forgetful sometimes. Yes, all of us
Yeah.
are. You know,
I think that's what it is.
yeah,
Forget everything.
yeah. I didn't want to say it that way, but you see, well, I'm not going to say it, but I wasn't going to talk about her hair
I
color.
mean, there's so much. You know how it's like the iPhone when you have too much storage, it starts deleting stuff. Yeah, that's just pretty much how it be going for me. And maybe I'm praying a lot and really trying to ask God, like, I don't have to do it all, right? So, what areas of life do I really need to be focusing my attention into so I can be really intentional and I can really show up 100%? Because, when you start diluting yourself and you're trying to carry 20 different hats, you're not going to be as productive as if you're focusing on that one thing. Do you know what I mean? And I think that in hindsight, especially like this season, I'm like, Mia, you were juggling a lot, and a lot of the things.
Of course, I was not one of those things.
You were one of those things. You were one of those things.
Maybe 5 of them.
You said it, not me.
I'm from the house of truth.
And I think that, that's a message all in itself, because I feel like a lot of times we as women feel like we need to be super women and we need to not say no. Ladies, 2025, we are learning how to say no. I am finally in a position where I'm like, you know what? This no longer serves me. I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't do it all. Thank you, God, for the blessing, but I have to really be intentional on my purpose and my passion and my future and what's best for like the long game, not short term gratification. Like where are we moving in a long term rim? And is this for my better good? And that's really like where I finally arrived in that space, and it feels good to be there, because I'm gonna tell you, like, the dilution is not working. It's not working at all. So thank you for addressing that. So there's another question. I know I wanted to get to a couple of them. So it says, so you've already addressed your bipolar. A lot of people wanted to know if you really have bipolar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it. Own it. Got it. I'm good at it too. Real good at it.
And, I really do think that you should start discussing and being there for other individuals who may have diagnosed bipolar, and then how share your tools.
I mean, if there's an interest in it, I have no problems doing it to help other people understand the journey. To understand the journey, absolutely.
Yeah. We talked about the children, obviously. Thank you for validating that. But I know I'm a good mama. I know I'm that's something that I take.
No argument here.
Right. Okay. And we talk. Yeah.
That's a lot of questions. We need a part 3, 4, 7.
No, we
10.
don't. No, we don't. This is a lot. You taking up this is my working hours. Okay. I'm supposed to be, doing the things. And that's another thing, guys, I do wish that I can get to a position where I can really show y'all the investor side of me and how I collab with some really phenomenal female founders and really leveraging our platform to raise awareness around causes that I'm involved in, and, just being more passion driven. I think that it's really important, not only for me, but, for our neighbors and for the children and for,
So let me contextualize what she just said by saying that a couple of her acquaintances summed it up this way: Mia, whatever you're investing in, we're in. And there's no greater testament than that people want to follow you. They want to be a part of what you're doing. And people don't sign up with losers. They don't sign up with losers. Okay? Think about that.
Oh, well, no, because I make
well, they don't sign up with losers. Exactly. Right.
I made you a lot of money,
No? Sure.
No?
You're going to do it again?
You want me to do it again?
Yeah. The past don't count. Remember, I'm focused on the present and the future, not the past.
You're a piece of work. I mean, I think we covered everything. All the questions are about the same. And all some of this, I don't know. Here's a fun one. What's your favorite food?
Steak. Absolutely steak. I am a master staker.
Yeah. So, here's a good one. They want to know, do you feel, wait, hold on here. How do you feel your role has negatively impacted how I'm being portrayed?
I don't know if I can answer that because people are going to have their own opinion no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you say, no matter what I say, no matter what they see, there's always going to be an opinion. I can't sway anyone's opinion. The
Yeah.
only thing I can do is speak the truth. And then if someone wants to talk to me and say, tell me more and understand at a higher level, then that's fine. But hearing sound bites on a show, and again, I'm not disparaging the show, but they only have so much time. And shit, I don't know, 6, 10, 40 of you all on the show. There's only so much time to give
40
each
of
person.
us?
I don't know, that's a lot. I don't know that there's only so much time to give each person. So they're going to take what I call sound bites.
Yeah.
And sometimes the before and the after gets missed. But some of these things are complex matters where you have to peel back the layer of the onion to
Yeah.
several depths to really understand what's going on rather than one statement. So I don't fault anyone for saying that, but I don't think
Well, I guess
I'm
let me
capable.
rephrase the question. So you have any regrets?
Oh, there's a lot of things I wish I hadn't said and done.
What are they?
No doubt. No, I'm not going into detail, but there's a lot. But what I will say is that, back then, we're talking several months ago, one, I hadn't completely figured out my relationship with bipolar. Secondly, we were going through some tough times as far as I saw it, I was trying to figure out what's happening to my household, what's going to be happening with my kids, what's happening with finances, you know, and on and on and on. And there was a lot of things that were going on and a very high emotional content. Now, emotional plate was overflowing. So yeah, as I said earlier, people exaggerate. Did I exaggerate some things? Hell yeah.
A lot.
Can we just
You
say some?
exaggerate a lot.
Okay. All right. I exaggerated a lot.
So
There was some truth in it, but not, sometimes. Never mind.
Yeah. Is there anything that you feel like I could have done differently to support you, or is there anything that I can do to support you?
You've been really great at supporting my health journey, both when I had prostate cancer, when I had the blood clot, and now with the bipolar. You have been, I couldn't ask for any more. I really couldn't. In terms of, our relationship, your relationships have their ups and downs, goods and bad. Uh, is there anything you could have done to support me? No more? I don't think so. Shit, stuff happens. So, I don't want to go back and start regurgitating the past. I am
Yeah.
at a place in my life where I am moving forward. The two of the things that God has given us that I value deeply and I think are two of the greatest gifts ever to us as human beings. One is the gift of imagination, and the second is the gift of self-determination. We get to choose. We get to choose if we're going to be jealous, if we're going to be mad, if we're going to be emotional, if we're going to be, whatever. We get to choose.
Yeah.
We get to choose whether we're going to take the high road or the low road. We get to choose what kind of life and what kind of example we're going to be.
Yeah.
We get to choose hatred or forgiveness. All these things we get to choose. What I have chosen is to let go of the past. Mia hasn't asked for forgiveness. She may not even think she needs forgiveness. That part is not my concern. My concern is me. I had to, one, forgive myself, but number two, forgive her and choose to look forward and not backwards. That's why I'm a little reluctant about going back and dredging up some of this other stuff. It serves no purpose. I'm at a point now where I'm focused on how do we move forward with our relationship as it relates to co-parenting so that we're showing them a positive, loving environment. And this can be done without being married. And that's where I am. And I'm setting all this stuff aside, not even concerned about any of it. I am not confused. I know what I need to do.
That's beautiful. Proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let me go in closer and see what you guys are talking about in here because I see the comments, but I can't really read them. So let me see. If you guys have any questions, anything that we haven't addressed that you guys want to hear from us while we're in here, because I don't do this. Okay, this is not.
I don't get on social media. I can't even spell it.
Listen. All right, so let's see. Why am I not talking? So I'm not doing a whole lot of talking, you guys, because I really feel like, this is something Gordon wanted to do and I'm supporting him. And it's not really about me. Even though it's an opportunity for him to have a platform because again, he wanted to come to the reunion and I wouldn't let him. Let's see. Call me back. Who is that? Okay. Peace and blessings. All right. So peace and blessings, Queen. Love y'all. Okay. I don't really see any like questions that we haven't already addressed, y'all. So y'all want to pop in something else? We love y'all. We do. We do. We do. We do. Okay. So I can go ahead and talk about, let's see.
Tell me about some of the things you have on your plate coming up so they can see some of the things that you are doing to enrich other people's lives.
Yeah, I would love to talk about that. So let's see what we got going on. Order of operations. Oh, okay. So we are doing a live meet and greet panel next Sunday at the Row Social DC. So you guys, if you're in town in the DMV area, come through. I did already share that in my ticket, like the link to the tickets inside of my stories. I would love to see you guys in person and chop it up and answer all the questions about our hop. Love it. If you guys are in Charlotte on March the 14th, I am speaking at UNCC. We are speaking on women in excellence and leadership. And
tell them what UNCC is.
It's University of North Carolina, Charlotte. And I know you're proud of me.
I am. Oh, very much so.
We're talking about pretty much, just all about women and how we come together and the societal perceptions of women's image in business. I think it's really important. So come on through there and let me know if you guys want to have a link to more information.
And you were just on the panel at a Galentine's thing?
I spoke at a Galentine's event in Charlotte, and we were speaking on self-love, you guys, self-love. I also, too, want to let y'all know, filming this reunion, I was going through a spiritual fast. I had actually fasted for 30 days, and I was really asking God to speak to me and for clarity. And I want God to like move through me and make me more like him. And it's really hard to, the platform kind of contradicts all of the above. And I look back and I say, girl, you were emotional because God was working through you. And I have no regrets whatsoever. It was a season of my life that I needed to go through. I feel like I came out at the end of this fast. I'm not the same woman that I was going into the fast.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
Isn't that wild? It's so profound. And ever since coming out of this fast, there has been so many blessings and opportunities knocking on my door. There's so much. I'm like, okay, which way do I go? And I'm just so grateful for that. So if anybody out there is questioning or wanting to know like their direction or not really understanding or need God to come to them and say, hey, this is what I got for you. Be obedient. Go for it. Like, and I'm not going to take us to church tonight, but it's just been such a profound 2025 because I started it the first week. I started it on the 2nd of January, right?
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I said that because you said that about me several times. So let me get it in once. I don't think I said it all night, but I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, there's a lot of things that we got going on. I won't go too far because you know how our memories are. We're just talking about March. But I also, too, I do work with an organization. It's called Foster Love. I would love to bring some more awareness around that and raising awareness around the children. Right now, I did have, I don't know if you guys saw it, where we were making donations to all of the foster children who have been displaced in LA because of the wildfires. And I think I'm going to talk more about that because that's something that I feel like you and I originally connected because of the Ronald McDonald House of Charlotte.
Right. Haiti, the earthquake in Haiti.
Yeah, and Gordon, I don't think a lot
And
of
the
people
Ronald McDonald
realize
House,
that
right.
Gordon and myself alike sponsored a room for families at the Ronald McDonald House of Charlotte. We helped build that house in Charlotte. And I wonder if we can ever go, like, can we go back?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at the name, the plaque on the wall.
Yeah, is it still there?
The Ronald House?
No, like our.
We paid for building a room. Yes, it's there forever. And I was on the board of directors for 8 years. I don't know, 6, 8 years.
Yeah. So if you guys are in Charlotte, or if you guys are familiar with the Ronald McDonald House of anywhere, you know,
great cause.
It's a phenomenal cause. What they do is pretty much alleviate all of the expenses for the families and the children and the siblings of the family. So if there's a sick child that is needing to be hospitalized, obviously it's really expensive for the moms and the families to be able to be close by. Right. And the house is operated by all volunteers. So remember, I used to take Josh. Josh used to like do the pantry. He's also helped feed the homeless and things like that. And this is just aspects that I feel like I'm not doing a really good job of sharing nationally. And I think as I move forward, God is telling me, no, baby cakes. Like this is a part of your DNA and what you're composed of.
But this is part of what you do to inspire people to be better than what they currently are.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal.
So, but that's pretty much it. Let me see if there's any other questions. And if not, then y'all, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to bed. Someone says post a picture of the plaque. Okay, I got you. Y'all are funny. I wish you would have stayed. I can tell you're going through a lot. Yeah, y'all, you know, it was a lot, you know, but again, hey, sometimes you just got to get up and you got to remove yourself from places that are not good for you, you know? Says, how are you being obedient, sis? So there's more to that. There's a lot of things that I have actually cut out, y'all. And let's see. If someone says we've got 6 minutes, stay out of women's business. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. Well, I love y'all. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you all for listening and joining us.
Because we're not doing this every week, okay? Once a year.
There's a lot I could say, but you know, we're kind of out of time. So we should do another one.
No.
Yes, we should.
No.
Send in your comments. Let us know if we should do another one.
No. All right. Love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Tune in next week, part 3 reunion. From what I can tell, I wasn't there, but from what I heard, it's going down. So enjoy all the things. Peace, love, and blessings. And I'll see you soon.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.